How do I overcome erectile dysfunction with new women? First off, ED is technically a medical situation, and I am not a doctor, so all of this is just going to be outside advice that does not necessarily say what a doctor might do or might give you. I think a lot of ED for guys comes from being in their head and creating a lot of unnecessary pressure to perform, to be good, to be hard. And whenever we're feeling anxious about something, that is a very strong emotion. And we can only generally hold one strong emotion at a time. So if you're anxious, you are not going to be aroused. If I'm like nervous about something and really scared and, oh God, how is she going to enjoy this? Am I going to be able to do it this time? It's impossible to feel aroused. So instead, you need to find whatever way possible to mitigate that anxiety and connect to your arousal. First off, it's telling yourself that what makes a good experience for a woman, especially the first bunch of times you're together, is not being perfect in bed with your technique, but just having a good time, feeling positive with each other, being able to laugh and look at each other, because that's what they want to know. They want to just feel, hey, we're in a good mood. I'm safe. This is fun. And they're less worried about the perfect technique at that point. They just want to have a good experience. So if there's this pressure on like, I need to be good enough, I need to be hard enough, I need to be strong enough, that before you even get into bed is going to mess with you. Next, I would say, when you're in bed, how can you bring yourself to the present as much as possible? Maybe you can do some gentle breathing and just calm. Try to relax your body, slow down, take your time. All this will start to send signals of like, just be present. Let's take our time. There's no rush. There's no pressure to get anywhere. It's to experience the moment. I would start to then focus on some sensations or senses in the moment. That's going to bring you present and allow you to get turned on. So I'm going to make eye contact with her. I'm going to like touch her body slowly and like touch her skin and feel how it feels and get turned on. I'm going to look at her body and allow myself to get aroused. I'm not going to focus on like what's going to happen. How do I perform? I'm going to focus on the feelings in the moment and really touching her body and letting it wash over me. Because then you're going to start to feel aroused. You're going to be like, God, she feels so good. She looks so good. She smells so good. Tell her that, and that will start to get you more and more turned on. Outside of that, you can also have her work on you. So you can say, hey, I want you to touch me all over right now, or I want you to kiss my body and I want to feel you on me. And so you can like spend a few minutes where you relax, where you don't feel like you have to be in the leading position and just enjoy the feelings, man. And usually a lot of guys tell me when they lay back and have a woman, touch them and chill, they start to feel really turned on. And then last but not least is that if it doesn't happen, accepting it and not making a big deal of it outwardly. Even the words you use will change how you feel about this. If you're not getting it up and it's not working, you can say, hey, listen, I'm not there right now, but I'm still having a lot of fun and I want to touch you all over. I want to make you feel amazing right now. Or be like, hey, let's just hang out and cuddle and kiss a little bit and touch each other. Then you are learning to accept yourself. You are not beating yourself up in that loop, which then creates more anxiety or self-doubt, which makes you less aroused and keeps you in this self-fulfilling prophecy. And then you start to feel her acceptance, where she's like, hey, no worries at all. Like, yeah, I'm having a good time too. Sure, we can just cuddle and chill. And you start to realize it's not a big deal. Like, most women are not going to care if the vibe is still good, the vibe is positive. They'll give you chances, man. They understand that the first times that anybody starts to have sex together is going to be the worst that you guys have. You're both nervous. You're both in your head. You don't know what you guys like. You haven't explored each other's bodies. Nobody's expecting perfection. In fact, I think the best sex starts to happen weeks or maybe a couple of months into a relationship where you guys really can be open with each other, explore things, talk openly, discuss fetishes, kinks, what you like and all that. Try all those things. And I think that generally if you can get aroused when you're watching porn, let's say, then it's probably more so about the stuff we're talking about in your mental states and something less medical. If you're struggling to get erect in almost any scenario, then it might be something that you want to explore medically.